Sheriff, would you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the first order of business this evening is area plan.
We have one request to extend surety. It's a commercial entrance. The permit number is C-2020-052 by Phoenix Specialty Films LLC. We're holding $12,856.08 in an escrow for entrance construction at 11600 Noble Chapel Road. They've had 1 year and asking for a 1 year extension at the same dollar amount. The surety expires August 5th of 2021. The county engineer has signed that this dollar amount would be sufficient.
I make a motion to extend surety.
I'll second.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 3-0. Next order of business is the approval of minutes from the last meeting.
Thank you, Molly.
Thank you.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Oh,
Second.
we don't have any minutes?
No, there's
Well,
not.
then
They normally are listed dates on there, so it's just the
Yeah,
standard
so,
thing on the agenda.
Sorry about that.
But I appreciate the vote of confidence.
None to approve, okay.
And there's no consent agenda,
No
Roger?
consent.
No. Is there a consent agenda, Roger?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, so the next item is the county administrator business.
Thank you, Mr. President. The one item I have listed on the agenda is declaration of surplus status for 3 sheriff's vehicles and to correct 1 vehicle that was previously declared surplus due to the incorrect vehicle identification number, the VIN. And I copied you on my July 23rd email to Susie about this agenda item, but Sheriff Wilder forwarded, his email, which was a forwarded Lieutenant Waters' email, wherein Brian realized that the 2011 Crown Vic with the VIN ending in 155797, that needs to be reinstated. It was supposed to be 155795, I think. Is that correct, Sheriff?
Yeah, the VIN's exactly the exact same VIN except for the very last digit.
Yeah, the very last digit.
So it's just a misprint where he was looking at the,
So I'll take a motion to declare the,
and that's not one that we sold. I believe that's one that we gave to
Highway.
the highway department anyway, so, but
Sheriff, how many Crown Vics do you have left in your inventory?
Crown Vics?
Yes.
I don't know if we have any. If we do, it's 1.
So 1. So Roger, when you get time, because I know you got a lot of time, can we just verify that we're not insuring only 1 Crown Vic for the sheriff? Because that's been kind of some overlap that we've caught
Yeah.
here. And
Yeah, we went through that. We can go again. I mean, it gets confusing, all them cars. I mean, it needs to be done right because you're insuring.
well,
cars.
it should be easy just to check sheriff
yeah,
and see, because we still have Crown Vics because of how many
Highway.
Crown Vics you have, Bobby?
I think 3.
So there's 4.
and then our local insurance agent, Rita, she sends me the listings, not only for the sheriffs, but then there'll be one for the commissioners. So, and like that, and I go down and check the VINs.
So if we got more than 4, we need to start asking questions.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks.
Anything else there, Sheriff?
I'll wait till.
Okay. All right, so I'll entertain a motion.
So move.
Second.
I have a first and a second, all in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 3-0.
And that was to declare 3 surplus and add the 1 back for the highway department, correct?
Correct. Okay, thank you. Commissioners, I have 2 other items, if you would listen to those. First is approval of nonprofit requests for pandemic relief funds. These have previously been approved by Commissioner Saylor and Council President Greg Richmond. 21-39 was commissioners for the June 2021 COVID-19 legal services. in the amount of $4,831. And 21-40, also from the commissioners for the Sprint hotspots, $340.91. Now, Councilman Richmond stated regarding this, which I indicated in my email, that since we no longer, I don't know if we're needing any hotspots to continue or not. It was initially put in for remote work, I believe. There's some other departments that may have cell phones that are using that. I don't know if it's still needed for COVID-related issues or not.
I think we need to make a blanket decision or conduct some sort of a survey. Some departments have turned some of those off
Okay?
individually. Some haven't.
All right. I'll contact those. Because we've got a listing of the, it's Susie prepared on the Sprint.
So
It's
the,
got all the different offices and some references to personnel. So I can check that against to see who's still using.
so the option is if they want to continue to use them, they can pay for them out of their own budget.
Yes. Unless it's covered under the commissioner's cell phone budget. Okay, I will do that.
Entertain a motion to approve the
Yes.
nonprofit claims.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
A first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 3-0.
Last item I have is the specific services agreement with Environmental Management Consultants, Inc. Forwarded the agreement to the board and the council and others on July 23rd. I sent another email to you around 10 a.m. today. It does need to be approved in order to pay the most recent invoice for EMC services for IDEM reporting. John Galt, the county attorney, he did review it. He did have a couple of questions. I sent those questions to Matt Feller and Roger Cohen at Environmental Management Consultants. They have not replied. The first one is paragraph 2 references a facility quality assurance plan. And I checked this, a small file I have. I could not find the QAP, nor have either Matt or Roger responded. However, the paragraph 4 we're in, it says, ask me if I'm able to confirm that EMC sends semi-annual monitoring reports and digital data of the well monitoring samples and the gas detection probes, et cetera, to IDEM on the board's behalf. I am able to confirm that because I have those reports. The copies of the reports that are sent directly to IDEM.
Yeah, those were the only two comments we had on it.
So I think there is a quality assurance plan. It could have been in another file. I just didn't have time to find it, but I feel confident that we can come up with that if you wish to approve the selective services agreement, specific services agreement, I'm sorry.
So other than that, it's in order.
Yes.
I make a motion to approve the Environmental Management Consultants Agreement.
Second.
Very good. I have a first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 3-0.
Thank you, Mr. President. That's all I have.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is our county attorney.
Mr. President, I don't have anything this afternoon. We are still working on the proposed ordinance amending the traffic code and weight limits chapters, and we'll try to work with Mr. Howard to get that ready for your next meeting.
Very good, thank you.
So do you need a motion to
I guess we would.
make that motion to table the traffic, the amendment, traffic code and weight limits chapters?
Second.
I have a first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries
Thank
3-0.
And that'll be to our August 9th meeting, is that right?
Correct.
Yes.
All right, next order of business is our county auditor.
All right, thank you. I think I'll start with the non-certified claims. So we had 3 listed that were insurance related, maritime, Bestco, Hartford, and Meritain. The one that's the $23,951.72, that's a Bestco Hartford. And the other non-certified was $33.81. Economic Development, it's a First Bank card, and that's for Cokes, Nuts, and M&Ms for $33.81. Total for non-certified is $179,172.73.
Make a motion to pay the non-certified.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0.
All right, thank you. Certified claims, $3,341,829.56. That's 3,341,829.56.
Make a motion to pay the claims.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0.
Okay. I do have an amended payroll. This payroll was originally presented as June 7th, 2021. That was an error on the date. And so the amendment to the payroll, which was approved, is actually Monday, June 21st, 2021.
$621.
Yes.
Make a motion to accept the amendment and approve the payroll claim.
Did you give the amount of the claim, Debbie?
Okay, the claim itself has already been approved and paid. It's just the amendment of the date
Okay,
that's being
so that's all we're
changed.
approving.
Mhm.
Second.
All right. I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, so payroll dated
Hang on,
July.
Debbie, real quick.
Okay,
You want to tie that one down?
Hmm?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. A first and a second. I'm in favor. Approved unanimously. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of three different things here. Sorry.
okay. Ready?
I only did that.
Are you all with me?
Maybe.
I think so.
Maybe.
We'll let you know.
Okay. All right. This is current payroll dated July 19th, 2021. And we have non-certified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for no supporting documentation. 1 non-certified for a bonus day, no policy for a bonus day. Total of payroll is $517,481.37. That's 517,481.37.
Make a motion to pay the payroll.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries
All right,
3-0.
that is all I have. Do you have any questions or anything for me?
I do not. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Next item is County Highway and Engineer.
I have nothing to.
Purchasing. Sheriff, do you have anything?
I have just one thing, Sheriff Mike Wilder. I have some GPS units that we currently use on our car, and I actually pay for them out of commissary because I've never been funded them. But I'm going to redo them. We're going to get new ones, but it comes with a year agreement, and I think you guys have to sign that, even though. So I will probably, if you want, I don't know if they can do a consensus on that today or what. I have it here to be signed, but I want to look at it again as I sit back and looking at it. I think the price is off by $1 a unit. I want to make sure that the price is right. But I pay for it out of commissary, and it's just, I guess because it says it's a year agreement, it probably should be signed by the commissioners and not by me.
Correct. I would love to see it too.
Okay, yeah.
And they could approve it.
Based on-
Council approval, which we could have in the morning.
Yeah, because we're really not changing anything. We're just updating it and getting new devices. It's nothing supposed to change, but I think that price might be wrong, misprint. So,
Just
I make
consensus.
We need a consensus. That
A
needs to be a
motion.
motion. I make a motion to approve the purchase of, or the agreement CPS units for the sheriff based on paying out a commissary with the approval of our county attorney looking at the agreement.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.
After I get that, make sure that it's corrected, Todd, I'll forward that to you tomorrow before.
Very good. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Wow, that's it. Anything for you?
No, sir.
Anything?
I make a motion to adjourn.
You want to let Dr. Lamy talk or?
Oh,
If I make it brief.
so, council, we have a gentleman here who I believe has some information for area plan or zoning one, but while he's here and made the attempt.
Under Commissioner's business, you could invite him to speak.
Okay. Come on up.
Okay.
I think we're mostly aware of what you're.
Well, there's more, unfortunately.
State his name.
We've had multiple.
State your name for the record.
It's Dr. Ray Lamy, and I live at 5500 Autumn Ridge Drive in Newburgh. We've had several problems dealing with Mr. Reinbrecht and his subcontractors. I came home one evening and all the trees behind my house and my neighbors were gone. A couple days later, I saw Ubler Tree Service accessing the parcel through the cul-de-sac, which we had agreed was not going to be a construction entrance. I contacted Bobby Howard here and he sent me an email. I walked out with the email and informed them they're not to use this as a construction entrance. They told me they were never informed that they couldn't use it, and they were never informed to save any of the trees. They apologized to me. They promptly picked up their equipment and left. They had just dumped a 20-yard dumpster. They picked it up, left with their truck. Another day, I saw one of the subcontractors cutting through my backyard, or the side yard, with one of their small tractors, which tore up my yard a little. I'm going to give you some pictures here that you can glance. Okay, this is kind of from the start. You can kind of look through and you can see what has kind of happened progressively along that. About March or April this year, they started painting utility lines, which is fine. There's an old telephone line that swings through the middle of my backyard and then from the easement and then up to the edge of the cul-de-sac. I spoke to the primary company that's been putting the flags out, which is USIC, and their subcontractor, or at least one of them, on the spot to stop spray painting and flagging inside my yard. They are putting flags and spray painting every week or two. I guess he tells them to come out and reflag it every week or two. This is 6 or 8 feet in my property line beyond the easement. There's no reason they can't dig in the easement. Why would they be flagging this 8 feet over into my yard? So I talked to both companies, and I talked to my attorney, and I've talked to the county sheriff's department. My attorney advised me to post no trespassing signs on the north and south sides of the fence. I told them they're welcome to walk up and down the easement all they want, but if they step on my ground, I'm going to be calling the police and I'm going to have them arrested for trespassing. The other thing I wanted, if they come back, they have been informed. Whether they come back and do it again, I'm going to put a trail cam up and I will catch them because they do it usually when I'm not home. I'd want them prosecuted for vandalism also, because after they've been informed, it's intentional then. Now we have to deal with Mr. Reinbrecht. He lied to pretty well all of these homeowners, and I feel the commission dealing with the privacy issues and the separation between the two subdivisions. Most of the houses on my subdivision are large. Mine's 6,200 square feet. I guess we were under the impression that he was allowed to go on without putting a fence because he was leaving trees, a tree line. And one of the sets of the minutes Roger pulled for me, you can see where he said, we're going to try to leave trees. Well, there are none. And now there's about a 6-foot drop grade from the edge of their property down to where the houses are being built. Here's a picture of the back of my yard, from my back porch.
I've been up there. I've driven past it. I've not been up there. Dr. Reinbrecht, let me ask you a question.
Dr. Lamey.
Yeah, that's right.
He doesn't want to be associated with Reinbrecht.
I just wrote down Reinbrecht. Dr. Lamey, have you talked to the or spoke with the Reinbrechts, or were they planning on planting trees, that after construction or anything? Have they give you any indication they're going to do something to conceal their development?
I talked to them. I talked to him once, very early on.
Who's?
Mr. Reinbrecht.
Okay.
And quite honestly, I thought he was a little bit of a smart ass on the phone and really didn't care what I was telling him about. I feel that he's viewing both the homeowners and the commission like he didn't have to follow the rules, or that this commission can't do anything. I think the commission has the power to halt this construction. And in fact, I would like the commission to halt its construction until there's a 10-foot solid vinyl fence going around the east, west, and north side. We have zero privacy now. They removed all the trees. And now if they just put a fence 6 feet down and a 10-feet fence, well, it's going to show about 4 feet. It's not going to protect us at all. We were always concerned, and we brought it up multiple times, about retaining our property values. The house or the property or parcel directly behind 2/3 of my house has sold, and I think they're building a 1,600 square foot house. So it is definitely going to impact my resale value. And I think most of these houses, are going to be small houses. And so that's why my entire neighborhood was wanting a separation, a barrier, some privacy, and retain our home values. The other point was there's a neighbor on the east side of the parcel apparently had their entire backyard covered in mud after one of the rains. I guess the runoff. I haven't driven by to verify that yet, but I was told an environmental agency was called in and litigation may be pending.
Doctor, quick question for you. Are you aware that construction has been shut down once?
Yes, and that was on the opposite side. That was like 3 doors down from me. This is on the east side.
Got it.
It completely, on the west side, they stopped the water flow and it got within 10 feet of one of my neighbor's houses who was in Florida. So that could have been pretty bad. And one of my neighbors called and they finally opened it up.
I just wanted
Oh yeah,
to
I
make
was
sure you
aware.
knew that we
Oh,
were
yeah, I was aware of
aware
it.
of some of those issues.
But, I'm wondering if there's a problem with the watershed design and they need to stop, get it reevaluated as far as water flow before they go any further.
Bobby, what's your take on all this?
For clarification, Dr. Lamy did address the APC. You're aware of that?
I was not
Well,
aware
he
of
needs to, in my opinion, go back to the APC so we can do something about this. This is an APC problem that needs to go through them. I remember, I'm on the APC board.
Yeah.
And I remember all the people and all the things that were said, and he said that he was gonna try his best to keep as many trees as possible for a barrier and all that, but they pretty much clear cut that ground.
And I tell you, I have a problem with developers coming in here, and I don't even know if Ryan Brex, I don't even know where they're from. I think they're from Vincennes.
He's from Hopstad.
Hopstad. I know they do a lot of development in Vincennes, I think, or north. So, to me, as a commissioner, I'd like to see his feet held to what
I
he's supposed
agree,
to do.
and Molly, I believe, is waiting on him downstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
I really appreciate you taking the time. I know you didn't have to, but he's just running over us.
I'll try to drive by tomorrow or lay eyes on it. So.
And we are aware of some of the
Well,
overruns. We've shut him down once in the
Well,
drainage areas.
there's more problems on the rise.
So council, does that cease and desist order come from us or does it come from?
I don't know if it's a
APC?
cease and desist, but APC has the authority
Authority
to
to-
address it.
Let's see, my attorney told me to get a restraining order against USC and on-the-spot construction.
Well, that's nothing you would do here. but-
Well, right. I picked up the paperwork and I can go that route too, but it makes no sense. Spray painting 6 or 8 feet on the opposite side of the easement every week or two. And they, to the point where, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to the ones in charge.
Please go down and talk to the APC, and we'll take care of it that way.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Did
I
you want
have
your
the
glossy
picture.
back, or,
Yeah, I want to show her.
I mean,
all the
or
pictures.
you want to show her
Thank you
these
very
pictures?
Thank you,
Thank you, Doctor.
Doctor.
Okay,
Thank you.
I believe we had a motion on the floor to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 3-0.
4:30, Christine. Okay.